So, okay, once again, good morning. So we covered a couple of sessions yesterday that are around, how to initiate a ServiceNow instance. Okay, a training instance that is coming up, with free of cost from our developer program. Okay, from the developer.servicenow. Now you know how to register yourself and then how to initiate a new instance. Okay, with that you have initiated a new instance. Now you will be able to work on that instance. Okay, when I open up a new instance for ServiceNow, this is how it looks like. Okay, again, I want to make sure that you are aware of it. So the real-time instances are pretty much same as these instances. Like there is no difference at all. Okay, only difference that you will observe is this change in the ID. So being this is a dev instance, like you are coming up with something, what happens is in your uh, live environment, you will be provided with the support.service access, where like you can raise any tickets for vendor. Okay, in the same portal, you can also change the name for this particular instance to whatever you want. Okay, so this name can be renamed in your support.service access. So that is the only difference that you will observe. Okay, so once you open up the screen that you see in ServiceNow is called content pack. Okay, so now this is your URL and you hit on it and you see like the whole screen. This is called content pan. You can actually customize this content pan according to your requirement. Okay, particularly right now when I opened up, you are seeing some app engine. Okay, tomorrow you want to see some dashboards. As soon as you open up, you can structure the dashboard and then make it as a default view for you. Okay, so the screen that you see, this space, the space on the top is called banner. The banner actually provides you some of the features. Okay, so the first feature is like, on the left hand side that you see, this is your now platform banner. On the banner, you can see now logo. Okay, so if your organization is saying like, maybe, when you started off this project, your company is asking you, look, yeah, I want to have my company logo, not the now logo. Okay, so if your company is demanding you to have your now logo, how do you do that? You can go to these options. This is called navigation bar. This is the place where you will be spending a lot of time. This navigation bar will help you to go through a lot of features in ServiceNow, wherein you will be configuring or customizing. Those reflections will be again visible for the end user. Okay, this feature called, okay, a native application menu, and within that, like you are having a banner. In the banner, you have a navigation option. Okay, and usually in company like managers, technical agents, they will be actually working with this interface. So ServiceNow is providing two different interfaces. Okay, interface one is meant for administrators and technicians. Okay, there is another interface called a portal interface. Okay, so you can actually open service portal. Okay, so this interface is meant for ideally the end users. So end users always like, look for experience of a digital experience, right? So this is the portal experience. You will be able to provide it for end users. Okay, the end users, like if they want to create a ticket, they will come up. If they want to request something, they will come up here. And if they want to search for some knowledge, they'll also come up here. This is all user-friendly experience that you are offering to end user. Okay, so this is a portal view meant for end users. This is a native application view, and this is for administrators and agents, because here you will have a lot of other features which are unavailable on your portal. Portal, like, very simplified user experience, where like you can customize this user experience to the next extent as you wish. You can customize to any extent. Let us say you're open, if you open up communities.service now, you can see this is also a ServiceNow application. So they use the ServiceNow portal feature only to build this application. You can see the look and feel of this portal is something different. And this is also built on ServiceNow. And you open up support.servicenow. Okay, so this is the support.servicenow. So if you open support.servicenow, this is also opening up a ServiceNow interface only. Okay, now you are opening up docs.servicenow. So even ServiceNow to maintain their entire repository, they have used even ServiceNow only, ServiceNow platform only to build their local applications as well. Okay, this is again built on ServiceNow application. You can see the portal view. Okay, again stores.servicenow. Okay, ServiceNow stores. Okay, I probably type in this table. This is stores.service. Now you can see store. Okay, I typed in stores. So again, this application is also built on ServiceNow portal. So using ServiceNow portal, you can build any kind of a user experience that you wanted, but that would require like a different skill altogether. Okay. Number one, ServiceNow is not recommending you to enhance it like, rather they are recommending to use out of the box portal to the maximum extent, because if you are upgrading it, like, there is a possibility of disruption. So that is why ServiceNow is recommending you to use as best as possible, like, the native ServiceNow view. So that is why, like, we will not be spending like, too much time of development here. Like, if, for example, if you have implemented 15 to 20 customers, maybe one customer who is kind of a freaky on this particular portal development. Okay, but very few customers, they will be focusing on this portal development. Okay, so that is why in our course we are not spending too much of time here, but again, but at the same time, like, we will be using this for end user, right? So in our testing, whenever when you are developing service catalogs, when you are developing record producers, or when you are developing like an order guides, so at that point in time you will come here and test it. So that is why you need to know this is one of the features which is available for end users to use it. Okay, so I want you to have an idea about like, these features. Okay, going back to the native view, this is called a native view. On the native view, we talked about this banner. Okay, this is a logo that you can replace it. I will show you in a minute how to replace it. And this is called navigation menu, which will help you to access all the applications in ServiceNow system. Okay, if you are an administrator, you will have access to every single thing in it. Okay, and if you are having another role, or if you are another kind of a user, depends on roles, depends on permissions, you will be limited with this access. I will show you that in a minute. Okay, so this one will tell you that favorites. For example, now I am going to the incident management system. Okay, so and as a technical service desk guy, okay, or what I'll do every day is I'll come to my incident application. I'll come up and see what are all the open incidents are assigned to our queue. So that every day I'll come up and then open up this view and then see these are the cases which are created in my queue, and these are the priorities. This is what the action I should be doing. So this is my everyday job. So in that scenario, what I will do is I will open up this one. Okay, I will make it as a favorite. Okay, I'll make this as a favorite. If I made this as a favorite, this will be displayed here. Okay, a favorite, whatever has been made, like, this is displayed here. You can edit these favorites. You can give some kind of a color coding to these favorites, so that, like, it will be quickly receivable. So let's say you want to open up all the, so some you can add some quick features to quickly identify what is your favorite is all about. This is your individual end user experience that you can do on your own. This is not a developer activity. This is not a administrative activity. This is a end user activity. So if you're doing something regularly, what you're doing is you are making them as a file. At the same time, history will help you to see all the actions that you have done in the past. For example, now I opened up incident. Tomorrow I'll be open up, or else after some time I'm opening up a problem. Okay. So now I opened up a problem. So I have done two actions. So if I go to history, so first I have opened up incidents, and then I have opened up a problem. This all happened in 1 minute ago, but this will help you to capture all your interactions. And workspaces is a new concept that came up in ServiceNow. Okay, this will help you to actually give a different end user experience. Okay, now what happens is like you as a agent, particularly as I said, this native view is meant for technical people, right? Either they can be a service desk team, or they can be a problem management team, or they can be a change management team, or a configuration, whoever. So this view will help them like to facilitate their job. So in this view, you actually can open up multiple tabs in single window, and also you can perform some quick actions. Okay, let us say in the CMDB, I want to open up a PCs. Okay, in the PCs, I have this one. So this will open up a new window. Okay, go back to the, okay, and open up Carlo IBM. So go back to another one. So this will open up all in a different tabs view. Okay, on this one you can perform your quick actions by flipping back to tab by tab. Whereas if you do not have workspaces, what you have to do is you will have to open up all in a different tabs. Those are browser tabs. Like this, they will be opened up. Okay, over a period of time, you will be confused what you have opened up. So to facilitate this particular pain point, so ServiceNow has been introducing these workspaces. So this also not only opening up in a tab view, but this also will help you to quickly perform certain actions. Okay, so these are called workspaces. These are some of the new features that came up in ServiceNow from last 2-3 versions. Okay, so with this, I hope you're clear what it shows: all, favorites, history, and workspaces, logo. So these are self-explanatory things, but I want to explain these things like so that you will know what exactly you're dealing with. Okay, and you can use this pin to make it like static. Every time this is going back, right? So to make it static, like I can make it open, and then the other details content pan look like this. So if I don't want, I can take it back. So you will have a different user experience. So this is a new experience that came up from San Diego. Okay, so till row, you are not having this user experience. Now I'm saying San Diego, I'm saying row. What are these? Okay, so these are versions in service. These are versions. So ServiceNow actually follow these versions on alphabetical order, A, B, C, like this. Okay, now okay, R, S, and T, like this. This is problem. All these are city names. A for aspirin, okay, and then B for Berlin, okay, and so Calgary. This is a city in Canada, and R for Rome. Now S for San Diego, okay, and T for Tokyo, okay. So this is how ServiceNow is progressing. For every two, okay, now before R, Quebec. So Quebec is again one city in Canada. Okay, so these two versions are released in 2021. Okay, 2021, you have these two versions released. Now in 2022, okay, so first quarter we already have San Diego. This version is a San Diego version. Right now you have been saying, and this is the next coming up version is a Tokyo. Okay, so now you as a developer, if you want to see what version right now I am in, you can go to this all, okay, and open stat, okay, see stat dot do, okay. If you open up the stat, sorry, okay, so stats dot do, so this will give you quick statistics of your instance. So you can see this is a San Diego build, and what is the patch also that will be provided here if there is any patch on it, and your this is your instance name, and this is the instance ID, and you are on this node. Okay, right now this instance is online, and you are exactly on the patch one. Okay, and this is the IP address of your instance. Tomorrow, if your network team they came up and they say that, see, if you want to open up your our ServiceNow instance in our local network, you need to provide your IP address so that we will be exposing it, or we will be including in our proxy rules. So they maintain those firewall rules against your IP address. So that's where like you will be providing this IP address. All these details will be available under your statistics. Okay, so you have a separate module also. Okay, for opening up your statistics in the system diagnostics. So come down here, statistics, statistics, statistics. You can see this is a system diagnostics, and you can directly open up from here also. Okay, so this will give you a quick view of your system diagnostics. Okay, what is it happening now? Let us say what is the memory status of your thing. So for every single core interval, that will capture up your memory details, and then it stores here. Okay, so all these details will be captured under your system diagnostics. Okay, so now this is a navigation menu, favorites, history, and workspace. So when you are clicking on anything, you are seeing the data. This place is called content menu. Okay, this is called a content pan. So the details, okay, or a details pan also can be called sometimes. So this is a detail pan or a content pan. Okay, now this is your logo. If your company is asking you to change this logo, you can go to all, okay, and you can go to company, type company, and there is a my company. Yeah, under my company, you can simply change this logo automatically, that will be changed. Okay, now this is a now logo, it is already there. What you are seeing is a now logo. And if I want to update my something, my local file, so you can pick up any local file. Let's take if I have any PNG file. Let's see if I have something. Go to our okay, this is a file, so you can open up, click OK. So refresh it, and let's say this is my logo. You can say that if I have opened up, so the logo is changed here. You can go to this logo. So whenever you have been deployed into any company, if they wanted you to change the logo, it is a quite simple. You can go to company and then change that particular logo like this. Okay. Now this is it, my company, and I wanted to change my logo like this. And if I want to say that, let's say I can update it. So just to give you additional details. So okay, now here, this is how it looks like. Okay, so this is in real time, like how people will be using it. So you click on anything here, so immediately the data will be displayed in the content pane. This is your navigation bar, and this is your content pane. So as I said, this is all your new experience that came up from the San Diego. Let's say your customer says you have used this particular San Diego right now. We don't want to use this next experience. ServiceNow is calling this as a next experience. Please change it back to our previous experience. Every single thing in ServiceNow is a record in some table, right? So being this is a record in some table, now I need to know in which table this configuration is placed. So let's go to this system properties, sys underscore properties. Okay, you open this particular link, and here in this particular one, there is a property called Polaris Experience, new property that came up with a new version. So open up this Polaris Experience and change it to, okay, now this is a true, change it to false. Sorry, I opened up a wrong one. So I want to change it to false. If I have said like it's a false, I have updated it. Now let's log off. Close my sessions and go to my build, open up that instance. Close this. See, you can see you are seeing a different user experience, a slightly changed one. Now, this is by default looking like this. You have all your navigation, favorites, history in one single pane, and your header bar is looking something different banner. So this is an old experience. Okay, ServiceNow is recommending to adopt like the new experience of because the customers are expecting more of an intuitive experience and that too digital experience. So in the San Diego, so that is why they have come up with a new user experience called a polarized experience. Okay, so how to change it back? Now, let's say for testing reason, like till row, this is the user experience we have from San Diego onwards. This is completely changed. Okay, if customer asks you to change it back, this is how you will be changing it back. Now, the latest property update that I have done, I can sort it like this. This is the change that I made. I can change it. I have updated it. Now, log off, and then reopen it. So I moved back to my new experience that came up from San Diego. Okay. Now with this, you know how to change this logo and what is all that gives you your clear favorites, clear history, good. So we spoke about workspaces and we spoke about content panel. And this is the feature that will help you to show what is the page you are in. For example, I opened up incidents. Okay. So this will tell you are under this particular view. Okay, you opened up incident one, and then the current view of the incident is self-service. We will talk about like what are the views, what are the tables. Okay, so this place will give you the current place or a current situation where you are in service now. Let us say I'm opening up problem. When I open up a problem, so the system will tell you that like you are in the problems record. So this is a quick view where exactly you are landed up. Okay, this feature called global search. For example, let us say you have this problem record, okay, and you are here right now. Somebody gave you some incident number or a problem number, and they wanted to check the quick status of it. So you can directly click on that problem record in the global search. So that will quickly get you the details of the problem record in the content pane. It is not only limited to the record search or a transactional record search. You can search anything in ServiceNow. For example, I want to check the knowledge articles related to the Outlook. Okay, I simply type Outlook, and this will pull out to the ServiceNow system backend, and it will pull out all the results related to the Outlook. Okay, anything related to the Outlook. Okay, this is the knowledge article. These are the catalogs which are with the name, and these are some of the emails. These are the order guides, whatnot. So according to your search configuration in the backend, so ServiceNow will go back and then pull out all the details using this global search. So that is the advantage of this global search. Okay. Now, any questions so far with the navigation menus?
Yeah, yes, Srikanth. So you have shown me like downgrading the version, like San Diego to
Correct.
Rome. So
I have not downgraded the version. I
yeah,
have
yeah,
downgraded the user experience.
user experience. So can we upgrade like that way? So next week to we get Tokyo, right? So San Diego to Tokyo.
Yeah. See, for example, let us say, since you have asked this question, for example, what you can do is right now the Tokyo is almost like available for test. Okay, this is my personal instance, right? So I have limited features, but whereas in your high portal in real time, you will have many other features. So you will have a very similar feature like upgrade.
Yes.
You can see. So if
Yeah.
you have upgrade, now this will tell you to what version you want to upgrade. For example, right now I'm at the latest version. You can see the San Diego is currently the latest version. Tomorrow, if there is a Tokyo version, I can see in my catalog. I can select and then upgrade it. For
Okay.
example, right now, let us say this is my training instance, right? So if I would need to show you quickly, it won't take much time. Give me a second. Let me what I'll do is I'll release my instance. Okay, I don't want to uh, work with this one. I'm no longer using my instance, releasing it. Okay, because I haven't done anything on the instance, so I'm least bothered. Now I'm requesting a new instance to give you the right answer. So what I will do is I will be upgrading by I will be initiating my version in Rome. Okay, I'm actually asking for Rome instance, as I told you, right? So in
Yes.
2021, there are Quebec and Rome. So ServiceNow will not provide like n minus beyond n minus 2. Okay. So this is your nth version. They will give you support for n minus 1. They will give you support for n minus 2. So below that, they will not provide any support. You have to upgrade. Okay.
Okay.
So now system is giving me my instance. Just hold on. So it's taking more than expected. Ideally, less than a minute, like, yeah, it is clear. Okay, now my instance is already ready. This is my instance. Okay, so I have my instance right now. Let's open it later. Right now I'm on which version? Rome version. If I want to upgrade this instance, I can go back here. So being I'm on Rome, I have other version is also available here. You can see that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I can select and then I can upgrade this instance.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how I will be upgrading. So instance upgrade will happen directly from the backend. Okay, so you will not have any impact when it is upgraded. Now the upgrade is kicked off. Okay, the upgrade of this instance is already kicked off. So I don't have any problem in using this one. Now go back to developer. So right now this is a fresh instance. So but when there is upgrade happening, the system will not have any impact. So it happens seamlessly in the backend. You can use it like while this instance is still getting upgraded. Okay, so let's hold up here. The how quickly the instances are getting generated, how quickly this is getting upgraded in ServiceNow. You can see this user experience. So whereas like if you work, compare with other products, okay, any other competitive products like Maximo or the Cherwell or you can pick up a Symphony IT or you can pick up a Remedy. You will not have this level of a seamless upgrade experience or instance generation experience. There is a tedious process in lies behind it like setting up these instances. So that is one of the biggest advantage why people are going for ServiceNow. Okay, so now upgrade is still in progress. Okay, it's taking more than expected time. One second. While this is opening, just give me a second.
Cutting of
నాతో కూడా కూర్చో ఇక్కడ కూర్చో నాతో పాటు. నాకు కొద్దిగా ఉంది ఇప్పుడు నేర్చుకోవడం ఏంటని, కాకపోతే నేర్చుకోవాలి తప్పదు.
Since this is taking time, I'm actually opening up another instance. Give me a second. Let it get. Ideally, like it will be executed in a being this is a fresh instance. There will be no data, so it will be executed in 1 minute. Okay, but this time it is taking longer than expected.
Meanwhile, a small question,
Yeah. Tell me. What's your question?
For user experience, so you have went to the system properties list, and there you went for the Polaris.
Correct.
Stuff, right? So, how can we going forward so we can know that these kind of settings? So how can we find ourselves?
Okay. So for every single release, like ServiceNow would be releasing a release notes. Okay. So we have to go through that release note wherein ServiceNow would be giving us a detailed instructions. Okay, how this need to be executed on your own. Okay, because if they have come up with a new property or a new feature, unless until they have given us like a clear detailed view, we will not be knowing it. Right. So that is where ServiceNow do provide. So the detailed release notes that we can use it for our learning. And also, if we are a partner for ServiceNow, for example, let us say you are working for a CSC company. So for a CSC, like being they are a partner. So for example, they have Fruition. They have procured Fruition as one big company, which was the biggest partner for ServiceNow some time back. So DXC has procured Fruition. So being these are allied partners for ServiceNow. ServiceNow also do conduct some of the pre-release events for these particular vendors. Okay, so they call it as a early release programs. So in those early release programs also they will give you some level of awareness demos so that you will be able to take them back to your individual customers as a early release benefit. because that is where the customers would be looking at the edge, right? So whether you're on top of it or not. So that's how you will be benefited. Those are the sources for your awareness.
Okay, thank you.
I have opened up a new instance. Even this is also taking a long time. Does anyone of you have an open instance? Kevin?
I have opened in my instance. Can I share my screen?
Yeah. Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
Is I don't know why my instances are taking longer than as usual. I should not be taking like that. Already 2 minutes passed.
You're able to see my screen, right?
Yeah. So yeah. With this now you are clear, right? Like how this can be upgraded.
Yes.
Okay. So you can go to this all. Click on all. Click on upgrade. So you can see there is a system upgrades. Okay, there is an option called upgrades, and then also under the system diagnostic, you can see the upgrade monitor and then upgrade history. Okay, upgrade monitor was like used in the past, particularly until Roam version. Like if there is any upgrade happening up, like this is used to give the latest status of upgrade. But from here onwards, like we are using upgrade history. If you click on upgrade history, okay. This will tell you how many times your system is upgraded, and during the upgrade if there are any errors. So all your upgrade related information will be structured in this particular room. Okay, and if there are any for example, let us say you have a heavily customized. Okay, let us say incident table is like heavily customized. So now in the latest version of ServiceNow, the incident table come up with some new features. So just in case if that is skipped, so those things will be appeared here under skip. You have to do that analysis like why this is skipped. Okay, why this is not upgraded. So all these things like that you will be doing as part of your upgrade process. Okay, so right now with this experience right now what you have is kind of too early for you. Okay, but as I said, like this is how you will be doing the upgrade. Okay, thanks Samuel for sharing your screen. Now my instance is up. We can flip back.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Let me share my screen. So it answered your question, right? So how do
Yes.
we upgrade it? Like how and where do you can access your upgrade related information? So all these things
Yes.
that you can do. So my other stuff is still trying to hook up. It is not at hook up. And the other question I have is where do we have this information? Now, if you go to this doc.service now, so here, like you can see every single thing related to the ServiceNow document, which is available here. Now you can see release notes and upgrades. Can you see these documents? So in the San Diego, what are all the new features that have come up? Every single thing is properly documented. Okay. So San Diego releases. So what is the plan? Till what time it will be available? When this is going to be done? What are even like every single thing is planned. The roadmap is very quick and clear. and also like, what are all the new features that have come up, and how do you be able to use these new features, and if there are any conflicts, all of them were properly documented in these release notes. You can use these release notes. Right? You okay?
Yeah.
Subara? This answered your question, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is my thing. Okay. Let me open up. Let me create one user. I want to create one login ID.
Meanwhile, Rajni, so can I create users who are not having the admin permissions?
You can do that. So I'm doing one by one. I'm creating one login ID for my testing purpose. Take on. Just saving it. I want to set the password. Generate the password. Copy the password. This is the password for this particular one. Save it, close it. And I want to reset the password. Now I changed my user experience back to the old model, right? I want to change it back to the latest experience. Okay. So while I'm doing it, I want to make this user as a administrator. I can add roles. If I want to make him as an administrator, all I need to do is I need to provide roles to him. Okay. So admin is the highest privilege in the system. And so right now it's okay. So go back to the system property, which I have set. Where is okay. Now if I open up and then log out. And log into the system again using this new user ID. Log into the system with this new user ID, and this is my password. Change the password. So now I logged into the system as demo. When I'm doing this, okay, I wanted to, log in with a demo user ID password for some reason. Okay, what I have done here is when I wanted to log into the system as a demo, what I have done right now, I completely logged off from my system administrator. And then I logged into the system as a demo. This is what exactly I have done. So to avoid this, ServiceNow has provided a feature called impersonation. Okay, if you come here, there is a feature called impersonate. So what I want to do is I want to give you give a user experience of demo, how that user is logging into it. And if he logs into it, like what are the things he's saying? So what is the user experience? What access is as we wanted to check. Okay, so to do that, I have logged off from my system administrator and logged into system as a demo. So let us say in my system, there are multiple people. I want to see how they are logging into the system, what they are seeing, like, when they logged into it. I don't have to log off completely. Rather, I can use this impersonation feature. I can see system administrator profile here, log into the system administrator, select it and select and impersonate it. So if I'm impersonating, I can directly go ahead and see what my system admin is looking like. So this feature is called impersonation, which will help you to test the system a lot. Okay, when you are trying to, when you have implemented something and when you want to verify how that user is looking like, what will be the access of that user, what is the error that user is getting. If you want to test it, you don't have to log off. You don't have to log off completely and then re-log in with that particular user. Okay, rather you can use this impersonation feature. Once you are done with that testing and everything, you can end that impersonation so that you will come back to your logged in profile. So this feature in ServiceNow is called impersonation. Okay, so this, so far we talked about these features and then the current menu and global search and impersonation. One of the other important feature here that you need to look into is in ServiceNow is applications. You need to understand this concept a lot, and then update set that I will be talking a little later. So application scope. When there are applications, new applications are coming up, or you are building a new custom application in ServiceNow. So what is the intent of this application? What is it you are achieving by building this application? These are some of the common questions you should ask yourself and you need to build. Okay, when I'm building an application for some library, what exactly I'm going to achieve with that application? Am I intended to sell that application? Then I have to build a scoped application. So these are all like, other applications are scoped applications. No, I'm not building an application to sell someone. Okay, I'm building an application for my internal usage. Then, we will build global applications. So this will tell you when you're building a new application, these are all various applications. You can see incident application, benchmark application, problem application, employee center, interaction, item licenses. So these are all various applications. And within that, like, you have internal modules, which will help you to achieve certain actions. So when you are building such application, where exactly you want to use, what is the purpose? Okay, how would you like to use? According to that, you will build that application and you will continue building that application within that particular application scope. Okay, scoped applications in ServiceNow are like, will help you to maintain the security. For example, tomorrow your company have come up and asking you, look, to build an application which is kind of a secure. Okay, anybody who logs into it, like, they should not be having by any chance access to that application. You want to maintain certain level of security around it. So that is where you build this scoped application. So in the first lesson, on our first session, we have learned about, right, ServiceNow is not just giving you out of the box solutions. Okay, it is also offering you a platform. Using that platform, you can build new applications also on top of ServiceNow. Okay, so this will help you to set up in which scope you are. According to that, you will continue building an application. Okay, we will learn about it. So, today, like, we will talk about one global application. Tomorrow, I'll show you, like, how a scoped application will look like. Ideally, like, I do show this at the end of session, but anyway, we will show it, like, tomorrow. Okay, so this feature will help you to go through the documents. Okay, let us say if you want to place some end user documents here, you can structure those end user document and provide it here. So whoever is joining into the system as a new guy, okay, so they will be able to, access this particular content. Okay, and self-help, a kind of a self-help, though we have a knowledge base, but these are quick links. And this feature will give you, like, all the notifications. For example, you are receiving a email alerts or a chat alerts or anything, all of them will be structured under this notification area. Okay, so these are some of the basic features that what you are seeing here. Okay, any questions so far on these basic features?
No.
Rani, any questions from your side?
One question.
Yeah, Subaru, what is that question, please?
So what is the difference between system admin and admin?
Okay, system admin is a name. Okay, when we started initiating, when we started this instance, right? So you have to start working on this instance, correct? So what ServiceNow does is it will be creating one default admin profile called a system administrator. Okay. So if you go to this users, okay, under system security, okay. So in ServiceNow, by default, ServiceNow will create one user profile with the full privileges. It's called a system admin. That's it. It's a name.
Implication means your newly created user will have the same kind of access of the system admin, right?
No. Okay. Impersonation is a replication. Okay. You are impersonating. Okay. You are a developer, right? Let us say I have built some application. Okay. And I want to see how the end user is, visualizing that particular application. For example, let us say I have created one module and I want to make sure end user should not be seeing that application. Okay. How do I test it? How do I test it? So to test it, let us say Abel Tutor is an end user. Okay, example, Abel Tutor is an end user. So what I will do is I will be going into the system. I will be impersonating as an Abel Tutor. Okay, Abel Tutor is selected. Now my profile looks like a Abel Tutor. I will be acting like a Abel Tutor and verify what Abel Tutor is saying. Scroll to this one. Okay, here go to, he has a very limited access. You can see, yeah, my test is successful. Okay, and you do not have access to workspaces because workspaces are limited to only ITL roles, not for end users. Okay, so this is clear. Okay, so what your Abel Tutor is being an end user is having a limited access. This is how you are checking it to test it. So ServiceNow has provided one inbuilt feature to impersonate. Okay, for a moment, like you are masking that yourself as a destined user and testing it. So that is the advantage of impersonation.
Okay, understood, Rajni. So whenever the user reports an issue on the service,
Yes. Yeah.
no need to go for screen sharing.
Yeah. What happens, yeah, in other applications, let us say end user is saying, I'm getting this error when I'm clicking on incident. Okay. So what they say is like, when I'm clicking on incident ticket, let us say in the self-service module, there is an incident option. So end user, creates a ticket in the short description stating that whenever I'm clicking on a new, I'm receiving so and so error. This is what the end user says. Now, what happens in your scenario? You will go and talk to him, and you will go into a meeting, and then you will ask him screen share, and you will visualize what is happening. No, you don't have to do that in ServiceNow. So you can directly impersonate himself, and you will test it. Okay, verify it and test it. Okay, whether end user is able to create an incident or not. You are able to do all the test on behalf of end user.
Yeah, very good option. Option.
Right. So this is the advantage of this impersonation feature. Okay. Any questions? Any other questions, Haman?
Nothing, my friend.
Okay. Chaitanya, any questions so far? Any clarifications you want? If you would want to explain any other topic about these basic features, I will do it again.
No, sir.
You're good?
Yes.
Okay. Pavani? Any questions, Pavani? We can't hear you, Pavani.
No, sir.
No questions. All right. So, Rani, any questions on your side?
So it's clear.
It's clear. Okay. So then we'll do one thing. We will take a short break, and then we will be jumping onto the administration activities. We will be start creating one application. Okay, I will pick up an example. We will go through that example, and then we will start building it. And then that's where you will also realize the importance of ServiceNow platform, or the advantage of ServiceNow platform, how quickly we can build an application, make it available for end users. Okay, so let's take a break. It's at 10:30 now. So let's take a break for 10 minutes. We will come back by 10:40 and we will start off. Okay. All right.
Sure, sir.
Okay,